The arrival of spring means more runners out and about, and many training for a marathon, maybe a half marathon. A lot of people here at home in the Miami Valley training for the Air Force Marathon and Half. Joining me live, Dr. Mark Cucuzzella, two-time Air Force Marathon overall champion and the race's chief medical consultant, and a lieutenant colonel with the U.S. Air Force Reserves. Mark, thanks so much for joining us here.
Privileged to be here.
Yeah, thank you. You come tonight. Tonight is the first clinic, kind of the training clinics that you host. Who are these for, and what do they get from these clinics? They're free and open to the public.
Yeah, I have a great time coming to the stores around base and teaching clinics because it's different every time. It depends on the audience. But my main message is trying to help people just enjoy being out there and running. You know, why do you run? Most of the time it's just for relaxation and overall health. But if you do want to train for an event, we give you some specific tips for that, for injury prevention. A little bit about the race itself, if people have questions about the event. You know, what's the smartest event to train for? I think marathons probably a little over the top for a lot of folks, but just getting out and doing a 5 or 10K, which they also have, is really good for your health.
Yeah, and there's wheelchair as well for the Air Force Marathon. They really have a lot of options for people, so look into it. Don't rule yourself out if you think, no, it's not for me. But so we're 6 months out from the Air Force Marathon. What is typically, would you say, for the person who may be doing their first marathon, maybe it's their second, but it's been a year or two since they've run, what is the ideal amount of time to get prepared for that day and feel good and get through the marathon?
Yeah, and that's a great question. So if it's a marathon, you're talking about 26 miles. 6 months is pretty good. I mean, I think if you tried to cut it any shorter than that, you're probably going to set yourself up for injury or maybe even burnout or not even enjoying it. So 6 months, if you're been on the couch most of the winter, is probably the minimum to get ready for a marathon. That's why for most a half marathon is probably the best first place to start, unless you really want to do a full 26.
What is a week? What's the training schedule looking like for somebody who is wanting to get running?
So just getting running, gosh, walk first. So a lot of people, when they want to do their first 5K, they go out the door and they want to run right away. And they get tired like within one lap, they're out of breath. So really start where you're at and have fun. You should be at a pace where you could chat like you and I are, and then that pace will speed up. The more the sun comes out in the spring and the more you just get out the door, that walk will become a jog, might become a run. But just meet yourself where you're at and feel okay. Don't feel like you need to jump right out and speed it up right away.
So I've done a couple halves. Maybe say people are like me, they've done halves. I did the half in the Air Force last year. It was awesome. When do you know when to make that decision to say, I'm going to push it and I'm going to go up, I'm going to do the full? What is the factors that you need to consider?
I mean, for just general health, I think there really is no reason to run 26 miles. If your only goal is to reset your day and have fun, run the half. But if you do want to just test yourself, gosh, make sure you can at least be on your feet for an easy run for 2 to 3 hours before you'd say, I want to run 26 miles. And that's just pick a weekend day. I mean, can you sustain, just being on your feet that long and jogging? And just question, why do you want to do 26 miles? I think for most, again, like what you did, half marathon makes you feel good, wake up the next day, you're fine, and could probably do one again the next weekend.
You love running. It can be great for a good lifelong sport. You teach people how to make it a lifelong sport and how to wear out your body. You'll learn so much more at these clinics. We have a full list posted for you on our website, WDTN.com, so visit that to find the times and locations. Mark, thanks so much.
No, thank you.